I think I have some good news to share with you today. That is, if, everything comes to fruition, right? If the phone call with YouTube actually happens, things like that. What am I talking about? I'm talking about Mama Max and essentially his successful campaign. Wasn't expecting that. I was not expecting that. If anything, I was expecting it to go a little longer. Maybe 2-3 weeks until Max just decides to go fully nuclear and, attack the sponsors. And then at that point, everyone would be screwed. But we are barely within a week. Maybe a week or two. No, I think a week. Just a weekend. And, we have some good news. Let me go ahead and show you what I'm seeing right now on the big screen right now on Twitter.com. This is a post that Mama Max made. Goodbye, everyone. Pick a side, YouTube. And this is his statement. And let's go ahead and read this. I had a phone call with YouTube yesterday. We had an unexpectedly successful conversation about pushing the future of the platform in the right direction. I will be meeting up with the representative in person soon to discuss details and will not stop hounding them until great changes have been made to benefit us creators. I want to extend my sincerest gratitude to all of you for spreading the word, both positive and negative, and I want to apologize to all the creators I dragged into this, except Shane. Fuck him. As well as take the time to gush about all of my, colleagues who accepted the invitation to appear in my video. You're all the most amazing and beautiful friends a man could ever ask for. I thank you so much for everything. Looks like YouTube takes our side, and I can't wait to see what 2022 brings us. I'm gonna get off Twitter now and go back to my hole and make my regular content. I wish you all the best, and please stay safe out there. Happy New Year, everyone. And this post came essentially yesterday, on the December 31st of 2021, but it's not 2021 anymore, it is 2022, which, by the way, I hope your first day of 2022 is going well. But I gotta say, this is a really nice surprise to get, to start off the year, or to end the year, whatever you want to look at it. But again, it all depends if all this comes true. I'm not sitting here, I'm not gonna say like, oh, he's lying about this and stuff like that. No, I truly believe that, he did have a conversation with YouTube. But my issue is YouTube going to do anything, right? They can talk the talk, right, or talk the walk. I don't know how that saying goes, but they could talk cheap, right? But talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. Show us some goddamn action, YouTube. Show us that you're willing to improve the platform for us small creators. As in, like, people who are not part of, like, big mega corporations, right? Like, what do you call those? Like, Tonight shows, news outlets, stuff like that. That's what I mean by the small creator. Although, I wouldn't say 10 million is small. But, regardless, there needs to be changes. And hopefully that will come. And I gave my shit about this because I was worried. I was worried about this entire situation. Okay, because I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh yeah, I believed him from the start, yo. No, I had my doubts because I was seeing the Matt cycle all over again. Okay, because like, this was like really close to it all. It was like, oh, YouTube is supporting pedophiles and stuff like that. But funny enough, if you don't know the podcast called the Half Baked Podcast, it's made by or co-hosted by Nicholas Diorio and Turkey Tom. Sorry, kind of blanked out there. Yeah, those two, and I think someone else. But they brought him on. And let me tell you something. I was really surprised. I was like really shocked to see how reasonable he sounds. Okay, because in the videos that he made, right, or at least in that one video that he made about the pick a side YouTube, it's like he seems kind of deranged, kind of seems a little unhinged, right? But in this debate, goddamn, I was like, shit, this man is completely reasonable. He wasn't losing his fucking mind. He wasn't like screaming at everyone. He wasn't like claiming that, Nick or Tom was like supporting pedophiles and stuff like that. No, he was completely, hinged. He was a normal human being. you know? And we gotta remind ourselves that, like, the content that he makes is extremely stylized, okay? So with that being said, it's like, it was kind of weird to see him be himself. He still has that weird voice, which I thought was like, oh, that's interesting. That's really interesting, because it's deeper in the videos, but IRL, it's still kind of raspy. A little raspy, but it's nice sounding. But there's a lot of information that was told in that interview or in that podcast that I thought that was pretty interesting. That I was like, okay, I can give you the benefit of the doubt this time. But now, since we see progress actually happening, good progress actually happening without the results of a Adpocalypse Part 4, then I can say, my goodness, I think this is a success. Definitely, without a fucking doubt, this is a success. That is if, again, I have to repeat myself here, that is, again, if something actually comes from this. So far, so good. We have communication with YouTube. And like I said in my other video, he essentially forced them to respond, you know, because quite clearly, like I said, they're not for pedophiles, okay? They're not. I think that's just a really hot take. But it's funny enough because in those videos, it seemed like he was, you know, what's the word? He was implying that, but it was, I don't know. It wasn't like direct quotes. But at the end, it was like, oh, that's pretty direct. But regardless, he was like, I don't actually believe that, stuff like that. You would have to listen to the podcast yourself. It's really interesting stuff. But I'm still not for this kind of tactic, this kind of aggressive tactics where it's like, where you accuse a platform, like, oh, you guys for pedophiles or stuff like that, or make it seem like that to have like this nuclear take, and it gets to the point where you're forcing the the platform to respond. And, you know, at some points you would think that's justifiable, but it's like, it's a very dangerous game to play. Like with Matt, maybe, like, if my memory serves correctly, he was doing it correctly at first. He was doing it correctly at first until he went to the sponsors. The moment he went to the sponsors, he fucked everyone. Which it seems like Matt, I think he knows that. I think that maybe he wouldn't do that. Maybe he wouldn't go out of his way to go to the sponsors and tell them, hey, you know, YouTube is supporting pedophiles, they're keeping them safe, stuff like that. I don't think he would do that, but who knows? Everyone can do their own dirty work, and it's like, oh, here we are, Adpocalypse Part 4. But thankfully, that is not the case. Thankfully, we have good news to report by YouTube responding to Mama Max because of his video and his little campaign. So I'm really glad that this entire event didn't end in a dumpster fire. I'm really happy with that, but it's just, you gotta know what you're doing, okay? And it really seemed like Mama Max didn't know what he was doing. Like, it really did seem like that, and I was like, I was nervous. I got really fucking nervous, but it seems like he did. Seems like he had everything under control. So, as long as no one got hurt, as long as we don't get fucked by YouTube, hey, we're okay. We're alright. But I wouldn't recommend anyone else doing this. This is like, an off chance thing. I think we got really lucky here, ladies and gentlemen. I think we got really, really fucking lucky. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is essentially the situation. Mama Max's little campaign against YouTube was a success. He got a response from YouTube, and hopefully we will see change. Change that will benefit all of us. Okay? And if that does come true, I think Max will most likely and most definitely and well-deserved be called a hero among his fellow creators. Definitely, without a doubt, because it takes a lot of balls to do that, and it's like, it could have fucked all of us, and we would say, like, he's like one of the biggest fucking morons out there on YouTube. But it's not that case, so hopefully we'll see big changes. But let me know in the comment section down below what you guys thought about this entire situation. Were you for Mama Max? Were you criticizing Mama Max? Let me know. I'm really interested to see what you guys have to say. But anyways, again, thanks for watching the video. Really do appreciate it. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button. You want to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification to be notified on my next video. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye for now.